What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up coming at you with a video. Houston Rockets versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 6 of the 2020 playoffs in the bubble. That's still a lot to say. All right, let's go ahead and get to this one. Game just ended, not more than 5 minutes before I started recording this video. Really no more than 2 minutes before I started recording this video. Excuse me. And Rockets let this one get away. It was a good competitive game. These are the kind of games that I like. Rockets end up letting this game get away. End up losing this game 100-104. Westbrook just cannot seem to get it going. I am still, I guess you could say, wanting Westbrook to have the ball because I want him to shake that rust because we're going to need it if we do advance to the next round. So game 7, wow. It's going to be on, what's today? It's going to be on, Wednesday, I think? Rockets let this one get away. Had this game in the bag. Rockets had it down the stretch. Came back, had a 10-0 run. Like, 2 minutes left or something like that. Rockets had this game going. Now the series is all knotted up at 3. Game 7 coming up. Let's go ahead and get to some of these numbers real quick here. Because, see, what I'm trying to get at is this. I know we had a lot of turnovers in this game, and that's what really came back to get us. We had, 19 turnovers. No, 22 turnovers, excuse me. You're not going to win too many games like that. Want to give it up to Chris Paul. The man put the game on his back and said, we're finna win this game. And you already know he's still mad at the Rockets. Of course, he's going to be professional. He ain't going to say it. But he's still mad at the Rockets for letting him go. And got to get to him, man. The man balled out. He did what he was supposed to do. He put the game on his back. He made it happen. Got to give it to him. Hats off to him. And that's the reason why I said in the beginning, we should not have let him go. Now, I'm not knocking Russell Westbrook, but I'm just saying. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to some more of these numbers. With this one here, be honest with you, I still say this could have been a game the Rockets could have won. Even though we had 22 turnovers, had one at the last minute of the game, last second of the game, I should say, that's the one that really cost us. But Oklahoma had 19, so they was right there with us. And if we could have won this game, we would have won with our points in the paint because we had 46 to that 34. And we had 19 assists. They had 17. We had 5 blocks. They had 3. Now, Chris Webber said something that I didn't even know. I didn't even think of. He said that the Rockets has the #1 defense in the playoffs. That's what he said, midway in the 4th. Somewhere around there, he said that. I was like, he told his announcer, the guy he's announcing with, I can't think of his name right now. He said, you're going to think I'm crazy for saying this, but the Rockets has the #1 defense in the playoffs. I was like, what? But back to the game. Hats off to the Thunder. They forced a game 7 like they're supposed to do. You know, they did what they're supposed to do. I got to give them credit. Got to give credit where credit is due. But now on to my Rockets because we let this one slip away. This was a game that we could have won because we led at halftime by 3. And then let the Thunder come all the way back and ended at the end of the third, they led by 1, I think it was. Now, I didn't start watching the game until that very last shot of the first half. Well, I think that was P.J. Tucker, I think it was, caught the ball for pass and just flicked it up for a last-second shot and hit the 3. That's when I started watching the game. Now, I watched the entire second half, of course. And like I said, this was a game that the Rockets could have won. But like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due. Chris Paul did his thing. But here's the thing. We're all going to need more support from our supporting cast. Because looking at this here now, let's go ahead and go to the numbers. PJ Tucker had 9 points. Harden had 32. Covington had 18. Gordon had 9. Westbrook had 17. Daniel House, 12. Green had 3. And this Austin Rivers played 12 minutes and did not score at all. And that's not good. You got to put up some points on the board. I know the 12 minutes is not a lot, but you still got to put some points on the board. And with that being said, man, I just think this, once again, this is just a game the Rockets let get away. We could have had this one. Like I said, Game 7 is going to be, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second for the look at that right now, for the check. Give me 1 second. Yep, Game 7 is going to be on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Texas time. So, with that being said, man, I mean, I don't even know else how to put it. I'm disappointed we let this go. We could have been advanced to the second round. Lakers are now getting all the rest, waiting on us. It's not good. Oh, man. So what I'm looking at right now is that Thunder have all the momentum in their favor. And that's not a good thing going to a Game 7. And they showed the stats, all-time records in Game 7. The Rockets are 6-5 and the Thunder are 6-4. And with that being said, man, we got to go ahead and put this away. But this was a game that I have to say, Rockets didn't really put up a whole lot of threes. I know this sounds strange, considering, that they that the Rockets put up 44 threes. I know this sounds weird, but for the Rockets, that's not a lot. That's how I'm saying it. So, now, here's the problem. I'm looking at this right now. The Rockets and the Thunder both hit 38 total shots. Rockets hit 15 threes. Thunder hit 12. Free throws, this is really where they won the game. Rockets were 9-12. Thunder, 16 of 18. So the Thunder hit 7 more free throws. That's basically where they won this game, this tight, close game, where the Thunder won by 4 points. That's basically where they won the game at. Also, too, like I said, the turnovers, Rockets had 3 more, but the last turnover came at the wrong time. Because other than that, man, the Rockets had numbers that they could have won this. We got our rebound by 10. They had 51. We had 41. We had 19 assists. They had 17. We had 5 blocks. They had 3. We had 14 steals. They had 10. Points in the paint. Rockets had 46. They had 32. So this was a game that kind of the Rockets would have won. But like I said, it's costly turnovers. It's not always the turnover costly. And what I mean by that, just like the last one, turnovers at the wrong time. Turnovers that could have led to points. And like I said, in a tight game like this, it's a little bit of things that will lose you the game. And I don't know, I just can't get over, the Rockets let this one get away. For the Thunder did what they were supposed to do. And like I said, hats off to Chris Paul. He did what he was supposed to do. He forced the Game 7. And gotta see what happened. Hopefully, the Rockets can win this one. Win this. to go ahead and face the Lakers. I don't know who the Thunder would face if they win. Maybe the Clippers. I'm not 100% sure. But with all that being said, man, this is your boy, Man Up. I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm chunking the deuce. And as always, you was in the man cave. Now I gotta kick you out the man cave. Holla.